What's good, you guys? You know who it is, man. It's your boy, Mr. Relentless Lex, and I'm back like I never left this mother. Yes, Sirski. All right, so, man, we got Ciara revealing why she's never forgiven Jay-Z and Rihanna with the threats, the extortion, and the humiliation. Spicy.
I've had so many 24-hour nights, going nonstop because my passion for what I do, my love for what I do, and I want to reap the benefits of my work.
Beautiful.
When I met her that day, I knew she was a star. Just her look, the way she walked into a room and her confidence, and she performed in my office.
And she was, what, 17 years old at that point?
She was 16.
Ciara is apparently mad at rapper and CEO of Roc Nation Jay-Z and his protege Rihanna for what they allegedly did to her, which has stalled her career. Reportedly, the Atlanta native said she would have been a household name by now if these two A-list celebrities hadn't thrown a spanner in her works. Word on the street indicates that Jay-Z recently crossed paths with the R&B singer at an industry event, and it took on-site security to ensure that the meeting didn't escalate into fisticuffs. What is Ciara accusing Jay-Z of? And are her allegations valid? Ciara Princess Wilson, mononymously known as Ciara, rose to prominence with the release of her debut album, Goodies, in 2004. The album debuted at number 3 on the Billboard 200 and peaked at number 1, selling over 125,000 copies in its first week. Ciara went on to headline shows, sell out venues, tour the world, and rake in cash. Her next studio album, Ciara: The Evolution, topped several global charts and transported the Atlanta native into global stardom. The year 2016 saw the O singer sign a multi-million modeling contract with IMG Models, making her the global ambassador for the cosmetics company Revlon. Very few artists have had wonderful beginnings like this. So many fans expected Ciara to go beyond the stars. To her fans, the sky wasn't the limit, but the starting point. However, Ciara couldn't hit the heights expected of her. Her career appeared stagnant at a point, and fans wondered what had happened to their once great icon in the making. During that period, other artists like Beyonce and Rihanna started making waves in the music industry, gradually climbing up the celebrity ladder. Today, these artists are arguably bigger than Ciara, though she doesn't see it that way, which we will come to shortly. Well, according to the grapevine, Ciara is blaming Jay-Z for her career stagnation and inability to reach the heights that her career promised. The sources claim that Ciara is blaming Jay-Z for abandoning her and pushing Rihanna, causing her career to come crashing back to earth. According to the rumor mill, Ciara is upset with both Jay-Z and Rihanna and is bent on getting her pound of flesh. Fans who heard the unconfirmed news appeared to side with Ciara because Jay-Z met her before crossing paths with Rihanna. Jay-Z met Rihanna in 2004 after the then 16-year-old singer had auditioned for music producer Evan Rogers. Rihanna was immediately flown from her home country, Barbados, and signed for Jay-Z's record label, Def Jam. At the time the umbrella hitmaker was signing a contract with Def Jam, Ciara was already a household name, topping charts and record sales. Of course, Jay-Z knew about her and could have pushed her instead, but he sacrificed it all for Rihanna's fledgling talent. Meanwhile, Ciara had always idolized Jay-Z and had purportedly wanted to work with the Def Jam CEO. What made Jay-Z choose Rihanna over Ciara would always remain a mystery. Now let's establish this. Jay-Z wasn't under any obligation to sign Ciara. In fact, the encore rapper had all the freedom in the world to choose whoever he wanted to sign based on his preference and who was good for business at the time. But what confounds many fans is how the Empire State of Mind crooner chose Rihanna, because if it was purely about business, Ciara had a better profile. While she was in high school, Ciara was writing songs for top acts such as Blue Cantrell. Rihanna, on the other hand, was training as a cadet in a sub-military program far away in her home country, Barbados. Ciara is credited as a writer on Blue Cantrell's first album, So Blue, where she wrote the song 10,000 times. It was around the same time that Jay-Z was rumored to be dating Blue Cantrell, so it is possible that the rapper met Ciara. The R&B singer is also credited as contributing to Fantasia Barrino's album Free Yourself, penning the song Got Me Waiting. She then met record producer Jazzy Fa, and the two went on to record 4 demos. Once she completed high school, Jazzy Fa introduced her to L.A. Reid, the CEO of LaFace Records, who produced her debut album Goodies in 2004. The album reached dizzying heights and broke several records, earning Ciara the title First Lady of Crunk and B. The album was certified triple platinum by the RIAA, launching the singer into global stardom. Ciara was making the right waves in the industry, and everyone wanted to ride on them. 2 years later, she released her second album, The Evolution, which reflected her personal growth in the industry. The album went on to surpass her debut album in sales, selling almost 350,000 units within its first week of sales. Just like the debut album, the second album topped many charts in the US, UK, New Zealand, Sweden, Ireland, and Switzerland. Ciara was spreading her wings wider as her songs crossed many boundaries and cultures. This success of the second album empowered the R&B singer to embark on her first headlining tour. The tour saw the then 21-year-old Ciara crisscross the country, performing in 17 venues in major cities. It was met with positive reviews, as many critics praised her for her sultry voice, strong stage presence, and energetic dance routines. Tickets sold out within hours of release, and Ciara's name was chanted throughout her shows. Everyone knew that the First Lady of Crunk and Soul was destined for the top, and nothing could stop her. Her numbers and ratings caused her to be selected to headline the 2007 Screamfest musical festival, held in over 20 cities across 3 weeks. Once again, the singer received positive reviews as people praised her ability to command a sold-out venue. However, Ciara quickly faded off the scene as Rihanna and Beyoncé took over. Her fall even became more telling when she became a support act for Rihanna's 2007 Good Girl Gone Bad tour in the UK. Many fans were taken aback by the turn of events and wondered what happened to their former star. Some blamed it on her label, LaFace Records, for not promoting her enough. According to them, Rihanna's label, Def Jam, was the force behind her success as they pumped more money into her craft. Some fans even surmised that Ciara had to use her own money to promote some of her songs. Taking to social media, one fan wrote, "Ciara's label failed her and didn't promote or fund her music by 2010. Her album Fantasy Ride was supposed to be a 3-part album that was later dissolved because of LaFace Records' financial troubles. That's why Fantasy Ride is such a mess of a record." They added, "Her next album, Basic Instinct, wasn't promoted or funded after Ride. She had to use her own money." Another fan also agreed, "That's my thought too. Beyoncé and Rihanna had a better team and probably more resources as well. This makes sense." Another fan chimed in, "She was really on fire until then. Label troubles have really messed up artists' albums and careers. T-Nash is a good example of this." One concerned fan commented, "That definitely answers questions I had about Ciara's decline commercially around that time. For me, Ciara's time was Goodies and The Evolution, then it's a big gap of ups and downs before Body Party. Promo is everything, and I really didn't hear a lot of Ciara during that label decline change period." However, other fans believe that she wasn't as talented as Beyoncé and Rihanna, which is why she never got the pinnacle of the industry. They thought that her label did her best to push her music, but her talents could only take her thus far. Many praised her for her energetic dance routines, but explained that dancing alone wasn't enough to make the cut. One needs an awesome, unique voice and a skill to bring alive any song that they are presented with. One disagreeable fan wrote, "Because she's not as talented as Beyoncé and not mysteriously charismatic and charming like Rihanna. We already had plenty of mediocre singers who also moved well. She needed to bring more to the table." Another fan also chimed in, "She's not as talented simply. She can dance her ass off, but she's not the greatest singer." Others compared her to Beyoncé, claiming that the single ladies hitmaker has it all, from voice to stagecraft. Thus, she deserved the global icon status better than Ciara. They wrote, "Because Beyoncé has the looks, voice, dancing skills, performance skills, music plus drive. Rihanna had great collaborations and personality. It worked out for both of them." Then, there were those who blamed other external forces for Ciara's sudden fall from the top. They claimed that Ciara was supposed to step into the shoes of Janet Jackson, but Janet's wardrobe malfunction at the 2004 Super Bowl meant that there was nothing for Ciara to inherit. This is because the perceived malfunction hugely dented Jackson's image, and nobody, not even Ciara, wanted to be associated with that scandal. Thus, when it was time to step into her shoes and ride on her shoulders to become a top-tier songstress, the shoes were already soiled. Ciara didn't capitalize on the fact that she's essentially Janet Jackson 2.0, but in all fairness, I think that would have been hard to do because Janet was still reeling from Nipplegate Super Bowl 2004. In short, we've seen Ciara before, and the launching of her career was on the tail end of her spiritual predecessor, who was dealing with a media scandal that was blown way out of proportion. Janet never recovered, and as we waded into the late 2000s, Beyoncé was a force, and so was Rihanna. Ciara didn't really have a chance to get that big. Too many external forces beyond her control. So, fans are really divided on whether Jay should be blamed for Ciara's inability to hit the heights of Rihanna and Beyonce. Many thought that Jay had a lot on his plate around the time that he came across Ciara. Plus, Ciara could have signed with Def Jam the same way Rihanna did to help push her career. The Diamond singer was so bent on signing with Jay-Z that she pushed for the contract to be signed the same day she got to Jay's office in New York. According to reports, the then 16-year-old songstress waited until 3 a.m. for Jay-Z and her lawyers to finish brooding over the fine details of the contract before appending her signature. It was as if the work singer knew that Def Jam was the only label that could catapult her into her dreams. Interestingly, Jay-Z too wanted badly to sign Rihanna and wouldn't let her out of his office for fear that she might end up signing with another record label. Once she put pen to paper, Rihanna broke off any agreements she had with competing record labels. She then packed her bag and baggage and relocated to New York to live in the home of Evan Rogers. Her persistence and Jay-Z's insistence on signing with Def Jam paid off, as she's currently the second highest-selling female musician of all time. Her first 2 albums were an instant success, as many fans quickly took to her new style of Caribbean music mixed with pop, dance, and elements of R&B. Her debut album, Music of the Sun, was released in August 2005, spawning the hit single Pawn the Replay. The song did the magic, as it debuted in the top 5 songs in 15 countries, hitting number 2 on the US Billboard Hot 100 and the UK Singles Chart, respectively. Mind you, around this time, Ciara had already released her debut album and preparing for the second. Jay-Z and his team were in charge of the production and recording of the album. They also assisted in the promotion and marketing, ensuring that the album got into the right hands and influencers who could sell it. They pushed the envelope and boundaries and moved heaven and hell to make sure Rihanna's debut album made a huge splash around the world, and it did. Music of the Sun sold 2 million copies in the United States and had a record shipment of 500,000 units. That same year, Rihanna made her acting debut, appearing as herself in the 2006 American comedy film Bring It On, All or Nothing. Seeing how successful the first album was, the work singer quickly went to work, releasing the second album, Girl Like Me. This time, she worked with other seasoned producers such as Timbaland, Sean Garrett, and Tricky Stewart. Jay-Z had already finished his business, promoting Rihanna to a level way all the top producers in Hollywood wanted to work with her. He had made her a household name, and now the young Rihanna could navigate the mazy world of music on her own. Girl Like Me sold millions of copies in the US, with its lead single, SOS, topping several charts in countries worldwide. The second single, Unfaithful, broke several records and propelled Rihanna into icon status. The entire album sold more than 1 million copies, becoming Rihanna's first to be certified platinum. Like its predecessor, Good Girl Gone Bad topped charts in countries across the globe. Its lead single, Umbrella, featured her idol Jay-Z, and it remains one of the most streamed songs in music history. It was Rihanna's first song to be named among the best-selling singles of all time, selling about 8 million copies at the time of its release. The success of the album empowered Rihanna to embark on a global tour, visiting 80 venues across the US, Europe, and Canada. The album also saw her get nominated in the 2008 Grammys, where she won the award for the Best Rap Sung Collaboration with Jay-Z. Since then, Rihanna's star has only gotten bigger and shone brighter as she has spawned multiple successful albums and singles. Her huge success in the music industry translated into the world of business when she launched her cosmetics brand, Fenty Beauty. Today, Ciara is reportedly worth $20 million, which isn't bad, but it pales remarkably in comparison to Rihanna's $1.4 billion net worth. This is why fans think that Ciara is livid with Jay-Z, because if he had pushed to sign her the way he did with Rihanna, she would have been a billionaire too, and enjoyed the same status as the Diamonds hitmaker. However, other fans think that nothing is guaranteed. There have been other artists signed and pushed by Jay-Z, but their albums didn't see the light of day. So, Ciara should chill with her anger and outbursts if the word on the street is anything to go by. This concludes today's video.
Man, I know Jay-Z had power today, but Jay my dog. I rocks with Jay. But he may be a little shady now. He's still from the NY now. Jay got a little ways about himself. But to have this much power back in the days, Jay-Z been canceling, bro, Lil Mama, now Ciara, the other Marie girl. Bro, Jay-Z had power from before power. Man, Jay say, man, he said he was 50 Cent. He's gonna get rich or die trying before 50 Cent said it. Damn, boy, Jay-Z been out here doing his thing, but damn, Jay. Jay done crippled a lot of people's careers, man. And still is. That's the crazy part. Even though he's under some little fire about, the cheatings and all the allegations about the cheating and all that. But he still is a big time mogul, man. He's a big time mogul, billionaire. He's been doing some shady stuff. Canceling Ciara. Not canceling her, but kind of like not pushing her. Ciara really could have been top tier up there with Rihanna and them, bro. She could have. But that's what happened in the industry, Take it how it comes. Take it how it comes.